Hey YouTube, back with another video today, and it's going to be following the same high-scoring replay format that we started with Zen's 2v2 replays, but this time we're going to check out Dark's 1v1 replays. So he's going to start an air dribble for an immediate goal. This is the two highest scoring Dark replays that can be found on ball chasing from 1v1. This is specifically 1v1. We know what Dark can do and just how exciting he could be, and this is the reason why we wanted to pick up his replays to see just what a high-scoring Dark game might look like. So in this case, we've already got a couple different aerial goals, one including a late reset into his second goal. Fake kickoffs galore. Seems like Dark has been the same for a long time. These replays were played in June of 2022. As he goes to the ceiling, he's able to pinch it past the early challenge. Even though it doesn't directly go in, he follows it up for a third goal. So June 2022, about a week apart from each other. So Dark was popping off around this time, scoring some high replays. And we get to watch him here now, playing against Dieter in this first game. There's a save. Paul's boost to try and get back to the midfield past Dieter. I wonder if we're going to see a ton of wall air dribbles from this right corner. That's what we've seen almost exclusively so far. Demo for Dieter should be a first goal. He can collect this quickly, but it looks like he could not. And actually, oh, great save. 4 points for Dark, and it's still going to be a goal. So just a minute in, we're looking at 600 points already for Dark in this replay. He is really favoring the fake kickoffs. He almost seems to fake them more often than he goes for them. And one of the reasons is because he's so effective with a full field dribble. He's forced to back off this ball, though, as he thought he was going to be able to get to the midfield 100. Turning and immediately diving. Does he have the tight angle shot? He fakes it, power sliding into the ball, and can't really collect it. And he's actually in trouble now. He's very fortunate that that ball did not go in. Instead, he'll pad his stats even more and climb his score, which is now at 807. Just a little over a minute or a minute and a half in. Another fake kickoff. This is definitely a way to farm saves and run your score up. I don't think that's necessarily what Dark's trying to do, as he gets two quick saves to keep Dieter at only one goal. He's going to get a third. But hey, we got those crucial points so that this game could get picked for a video like this. They kick up again. Dive flip challenge. Nice mix up. Dieter was just starting to get reads on these fake kickoffs, but he's probably hiding directly behind the ball as he went to backflip into that. So Dieter had absolutely no idea that he needed to be preparing for a challenge. Dark takes one of his first actual kickoffs now that Dieter has shown that they will be reading the fakes. Dark steal in the corner, hoping that Dieter would take the ball to him there. Very clearly low boost situation for Dieter, who is just rolling the ball towards the net. This is a deep reset, double reset for Dark. Did he leave the net open? He did. So it'll be a 2-goal game. Halfway through, you look for these high-scoring replays. Sometimes you expect absolute blowouts, but and again, maybe in blowouts, the opponent won't stick around. This is a direct kickoff win. Not going to be a goal, although probably registered as a shot. Back corner boost steal and midfield. Dieter once again going to be very low in this position, although apparently had enough left over to chase Dark down. I think Dark was not expecting that. You can see him practicing these half flips, or backwards half flips, a weird way to put it. Basically setting himself into reverse off the kickoffs. Dieter reads his delay, and now it's a tie game. 1,062 points, though, for Dark. I did not include overtimes in my search. Any of the overtimes, although 1v1, I don't think it really would have mattered that much, because overtimes end quickly in 1v1. But a lot of times it can lead to inflating the score in other game modes. So I just went ahead and not included any overtimes. Not to spoil whether or not this gets decided before the clock hits 0, but now we know it does. Dark handing over a few goals and not gaining any points either. Not like earlier when he was grabbing saves. and running up the score line. Oh, what a read. What a read on Dieter's slightly delayed kickoff. Could not jump in the way of the chip shot. Should have known we were expecting high scoring. Dark air dribble, bump, and Dieter, even though Dieter connected on it, Dark was still able to grab the goal. 7-7. A minute 43. The fake kickoffs are back for Dark. This one gets red. Actually, pretty fortunate touch from Dark to just barely clip. Dieter looked to flick past him. He's got to be forced back into the corner. Dieter letting Dark farm a save. He has 5 saves. 14 points right now. Minute 30 left to go. Playing from behind. Did he lose this replay? Or he was able to get one of his highest scores in all of the game mode. He's able to flick this one right past Dieter. Good catch off the wall. Cut it tighter than I think Dieter was expecting. Dark, even though Dieter has fully read these fake kickoffs, is sticking to them and going to get absolutely punished on this one. Never anywhere around the ball. As Dieter slams off the backboard and in. Dark takes a more standard kickoff, but no jump. Leads to losing it into his back corner. And is he going to make it back for the save? Seemed a bit risky, but he did do so. Dieter dropping the ball to him at midfield. Dark going bounce dribble, threatening that back post, and it seemed like Dieter was going to be patient enough to not leave the window open, but Dark still found it. 9-9, 1,677 score in this game. Dark trying to squeeze in another, going to get a shot at least to add to his score total. Dieter does save it. He likes these bounce dribbles right now. Aggressive challenge from Dieter. Did not want to find himself reacting in net like he did previously. 30 seconds and game on the line. Somebody going to be scoring here in the final moments. Air dribble bump attempt. Maybe a tad cringe to end the game from you, Dieter, but you might be getting counterattacked because of it. Long shot, not in. Dieter in and out of the net. Dark trying to be speedy, stealing these corners to keep Dieter low. And hopefully that leads to a goal for him. Actually, a long shot from Dieter. Doing so without any boost. We actually know a 0-second goal is going to come in here because I basically spoiled it, but it looks like Dark escapes from his half. The moment that Dieter goes to grab the 100 is the moment that Dark can use in order to take the lead. So 10-9, this one does... Oh, actually, it's a forfeit. I was going to say hit the ground, but it looks like Dieter doesn't even want to let it hit the ground. So 1,949 score for Dark. That is his highest scoring replay, but we have another one coming up next. All right, the second game we have of Dark. This one comes just a few days after the previous. It's going to be on Wasteland. He's taken immediately to air dribbles again. Slams Vency off the ceiling and is still able to get his read. I feel like Dark must have a buff when a game starts. He always seems to get a clip moments into the game. It does not take long for him to show us what he's up to. One another kickoff. Can he get this tight angle? Vency's just going to slam it in. Seemed like maybe he was able to get around and maybe make that save. But instead, Dark's going to go up 2-0. Another fake kickoff. Not going to collect it to a clean wall to air dribble. Vency does drive the wall to stop it. And a little bit of a fake challenge stops Dark from going right away. Vency's had enough of the dance between the two of them. So just goes and dives to demo. Dark, little pre-jump. Maybe got Vency to bring the ball back down to the ground. Except Dark was ready for that as well. Never really left. Did not full commit to the aerial. Another fake challenge gets Vency to jump and makes it possible for him to backflip into the ball. Trying to race down this one. Might have a tight angle here. Nope, instead he's going to fake it, and I'm not sure where Vency was going. Vency nowhere around. So he goes out to midfield to grab a 100 boost. That's not going to be worth defending the net. Another fake kickoff from Dark. But we see a full field dribble from this back corner. Not off the wall, but instead off the ground. Vency trying to pre-jump again. Did time it well. Intercepted this time instead of Dark being able to find a way to get it over the top. This air dribble is going to be tough to bring on target. Not sure it even registered as a shot for the sake of his score. Grab his own back corner boost. Long shot potentially available. Dark trying to drop it down off the wall. Can't find it now. Venti looked like he was just trying to protect his dribble as it hit the ground, but Dark actually arrived a bit late. He's able to slam it up, side flip it, on for a shot. But Venti's recovery is able to stop him. It's been slowing down a little bit since the early parts of this game. Venti crazy pre-jump and actually is able to intercept it. It seems like he was almost in reverse up off the top of the ceiling. Dark might be catching Venti out of position again. This is not the first time that Venti's dove past the play in an attempt to grab some boost. This time he's not caught out for it. Air dribble does not lead to much on the ground. It'll be a Dark bounce dribble. Venti in and out of the net. And actually convinced Dark not to take the shot. He drives away, but where is Venti again? Venti thought that Dark was going to be racing him out to midfield or something to grab that midfield boost. Something about that right 100 just has Venti diving for it over and over again. He's going to fake this kickoff. Dark with very mechanical play in an attempt to bring the ball back to midfield, but he does lose control over. Pre-jumping before Venti even dribbles, and Venti missing wide. Now Dark wants to set up a wall to air dribble. Seal and reset. Down to the ground. A ground double? No, he can't get back to it. Venti did go flying by. Still too much bounce. Venti trying to play quickly. Seems like he wants to get rid of the ball as soon as he's in control of it. He's playing a ton in reverse, but he's got some space now. Strong first touch. Can he follow it up for anything? No, this should now just be a freebie for Dark, who is trying to show that he can drive in reverse as well. Little 180 into the backflip. 5-0 for Dark at this point. 963 score. He has a ton of shots. It comes off the back of a bunch of missed shots, actually, is the reason why he had such a high score, it seems like, in this game. He's got a demo. Oh, look at this. 360 wave dash. Oh, that's a smooth shot. We're going to watch that one again because that was just got to be the highlight of the video so far. Oh, the 360 wave dash is so pure. Amazing shot. 6-0. Venti hasn't put anything on the board yet, and is also not forfeiting, which is leading to this huge score line for Dark. But he still is not in the vicinity of 1900, which is where he was earlier. We see that half flip, that backwards half flip. Normally it's used to switch from going in reverse to driving forward. But the theme of this game between Dark and Venti seems to be driving in reverse. So he's using that front flip to switch backwards. Demo on Venti. Now wall to air dribble. Double reset for Dark. Normally he's got one of these per game, and I guess this is the one. Now at the Brazil. Over Venti. 1,300 score. Venti going to disregard the kickoff, and that's a dream situation for Dark. He actually tried to attack a really high angle that Dark did not take, and then he's able to find the shot from just off the back wall. 8-1. Venti has had some interesting kickoff antics, and Dark has it read, so he's going to take right back to his freestyle ways, trying to backflip into the ball. Didn't connect on this one. Venti should just have a freebie. He gets a second. 50 seconds left for Venti to try and bring it back, or for Dark to continue to try and style like he does. Kickoff win. That would run up the points a good amounts. 9-2. Make it 1,600 points now. 15 shots, of which he's only made 9. So he's definitely been barraging the net. Venti at the kickoff, trying to get a wall to air dribble of his own, looking for a tight angle double. What a save from Dark. An actually unbelievable read. He's going to try and defend this one from the ceiling. Venti lost control of it fairly early, though, and he just left the net open. Yeah, he's not getting back to that one. 26 seconds. Seems like this game's decided, but neither party forfeiting. So maybe need a couple more stylish goals to end us off. Dark kickoff win. What will he do with this bounce? decides to pull off the air dribble, and Benzi, who was going in and out of his net, just leaves the right side of the net open. So Benzi's going to continue to play defense like that. Not much that Dark needs to do. To get a 10th goal, he's going to try and get 11th. He just slots it bottom right to teach Benzi a lesson about not coming to any of these kickoffs. The last few times we saw Dark go wall to air dribble, but we have seen that be a effective counter if people aren't flipping into their corner with full efficiency. You do leave open that bottom corner shot the other way. Benzi looking for a demo on the reversing Dark. He is able to escape it, and that will hit the ground. And that might have been... Did that car just disappear last second? Did he leave, or did Dark just get a demo right when the replay ended? Just whoop. It's gone. Well, anyways, these are the two top scoring replays for Dark. I figured they'd be interesting the way he normally likes to play ones, and I feel like they were. So let me know if you guys want to see more 1v1 top scoring replays, or maybe you liked the 2v2 format better that we did with Zen. I did read some of the comments on who you guys wanted to see, and I'll continue to read them on who you guys want in the future. But for now, I must say goodbye.